When we said to the man, come all the reasoning. You have to call, man. I said, what going, brother? Pass through now. Boy, then I know I say, they did really have a little thing I go on and we'll find all kind of reasons. And then we turn around and say, boy, the man them now get no strength, you know, brother. How the man them now get no strength if the man them now strength one another? It don't make no sense. One of the problems we have as men is one of the best things about us as men. So let me say it again. One of the best things we have as men is one of the biggest problems we have as men. Testosterone. I make a walk and tip. I make a walk in a room and look around and we say, and we start size out the room and we say, that girl, yeah, that one, yeah, that one, yeah. And then we look for some man in the room and say, nah, man, him nah. Him only stand upside there, man. Him nah cut it. But that is the very same thing that makes us say, well, I mean, I really, man talk. What the man talk about? Every single time we sit down as men, we say, women always get support. Women get all the strength. Corporate Jamaica, I want the camera there, right? So corporate Jamaica, remember I said it. Someone really need to take on yourself with no false support. Because the truth is, you only support the things that you believe in, not the things that is best for the country. You will put money into Crime Stop. You put money in and support into all kinds of initiatives. But when men step forward and say, we need help, we need to have this. Well, to tell you the truth, you know, the budget, you know, we already cut out the budget, you know, and thing, but who knows, maybe next year. And 15 times a month, women can get together and say they're having leadership seminar, empowerment, more leadership, more empowerment, mentorship, leadership again, more empowerment, because of course now that's another word that everybody is into now. And you cannot even find a banner that can hold the amount of sponsor. You see feather banner till you think is some fessa keep. Even companies that tell you that they compete against each other need to be there. They don't mind. And everybody wants to go to the lead. Why? Because as we know, women are it. We know. We don't have to wonder about that. We know that. But who are the men? The men are, and by the way, we did not sit together. Sandra, Arville, Wendell, and myself, we never sit together and discuss what we're going to talk about. But it's so ironic that every single piece of what we say is interwoven. It might appear repeated, but it's really not. Because it's interconnected. Who are men? Men are doers. That's all. We do. That's it. We don't get love from nobody. We're required to grow up and protect our sisters. We're like a brother. We're required to, when we get to a certain age, take care of our mother, protect our mother. We're required to, having left like an Arville, St. George's, having left like myself, eventually Jamaica College, what we hear? as bright as we are. We going to university. Whoa, hold on. Warm to your sister. So, no. You need to go find a job to take care of your sister who need to go to university. Go turn doctor. So now, with your set of subjects and the urgency, Mr. Chung have a supermarket and him tell your mother point blank, send the boy come. So him know you're not fool, but him have enough people. Go and pack bag. You'll graduate to pack shelf, and maybe eventually you're the man responsible for stock. By this time, your sister graduate. I couldn't talk about the other one where I come. Forget that. You now walk around as man, because now you're 23, 24, 25, 26. Your sister is a genius. She never one day brighter than you yet, but suddenly she's a genius. She's 23, you 27. You work in a Mr. Chung supermarket. You know where you walk and brag to everybody? Sister doctor, you know. Yeah. Everybody turn and say, so warm to you. You think anybody is interested in knowing that you took care of her? No. You are less of a man because, see there, as society declare, she has accomplished and you have not. So now you decide say it's time to go to school. No, wait. Remember you did have a girlfriend about 3 years now. Remember she now pregnant. You in school after those pause. Your sister got tell you in another year and a half she'll get married. And she'll go invite you. But nobody feels say a part of that something there. Because when the time comes to go up and speak, she said, and to my brother, that's it. Our uncle is probably the man who come up because, well, he will pay for the wedding. Because remember, you never really able to do that. And everybody stays and I say, yeah, man, nice. See our brother over there. Wow, what a shame, man. Yeah. Well, because of course, you know, a doctor she married too. So, yeah, you already run a one part. So you know, sending a child to school. And your son's mother says she need to go back to school. She can work it out. You don't know how she work it out. Because you know say she not have nobody in a fair family we can send her go to you for 3 years. You know a student loan she take out. But you know what you're focused on? She tell you say focus on Johnny. Johnny, I go to school. Him your responsibility. All right, honey. The primary school you did go, Johnny can't go there now. Because the school she want Johnny go. I want school run at one part where you hear your friend them talk about run enough time. But when you drive there, you say, John with them house a star. Nice, man. Where your son name again? Once a minute know about see Ilel so. Oh, see? Then school they up here, so yeah, man. 150,000 so term, man. Can remember say a man, you know. So if she tell us say this so the child will go. And a fear fault. You're unable to get it done. But she told you this from she pregnant. And now school time come. She don't care how you're gonna work it out. But it's going to work out. All now you know become the man you were supposed to become. And yet your mother still take up the phone and call you and say to you know, we don't want to go supermarket this weekend, you know, but Mama, so you call me? They no man. So why no call she have her own family now. So what to me, not and you humble yourself because you remember from your little boy till now, you say, are you response? Your mama, you're not woman out there make no song over the years. I tell you, say, yeah, man. Me I buy mama the big up. No, that's how the whole of the artists them say. When them run out of lyrics or them want bust big. Anyway, you take it. Mama. So now you take care of mama. If mama, all right, you take care. Mama sick, you take care. And when you call your sister and say, so, what go on? Your sister say, hold on, why you call me? Yeah, but look how much me do for. What you just say? Look how much you do for her. Tell us me never ask you for help send me go to school, brother. My mother ask you, honor me. So don't call me phone and tell me about mama want. I give you this weaving for a reason. That culturally and socially, men value little. The men who value a lot to the society, men who have a lot to give the society. If Michael Leachin get up tomorrow and say I'm going to lock every business him have, that's crisis. That's serious. If the people work at one branch of NCB decide they must strike, and the man them stand up out the front, that's how that can fix. Because trying to say in a week, we can replace every single solitary one on. If you don't like it, go on. Work not short. Because what value do you have? I'm going to ask a set of basic questions and I just want basic answers because you see this space, nobody has declared it a safe space. But I'd like to call it a safe space. And whether people are viewing or here live, those who seek to undermine the sanctity of this space, that's their business. Any employer connected to any individual here who seeks to use anything here tomorrow or in the future, we know how to deal with it. Yeah, we can fix it because another something there. Let me see the hands of all the men in here who say they are honest men. You're not sure, brother?
Be careful how I respond to these things.
Okay. Me can live with that. Because that too is honesty, you know. No, that too is honesty. If I see the hands all of the honest man, you don't put up your hand. That is honesty. Yeah. So reasonably, every man put up their hand. Reasonably. The hands of all the men who think they are good men. Good men. Well, on, we soon understand what going on. Here's, you know, this is what I start with. Honest. Good. Let me see the hands of all the men in here. Whoever get born. Hold on. All of a sudden, you realize that the hand them start get scarce. Very, very scarce. Okay. That only tell you that the holy body man them good at being honest sometime. But I want to throw something in here, and that's really my main issue. A lot of you work with a lot of women. And I dare not challenge or throw out my information as data-driven and empirical, as would my doctoral friend here or Wendell Abel. But I seem and believe myself to be a social anthropologist of sorts, who has been through hills and valleys and survived out of the old gangster alleys. Okay. So when I tell you, say I know, I dare anybody to challenge it. The fact that you go to work is an environment that consumes men. It don't really consume women more than so, you know. Because on average, when you go through workplaces, women pay attention to far more and men make up far more time that them lost. So a woman knows, say, okay, fine, work start 8:30. Trust me, you're more likely to find a woman at work at 7 when work starts 8:30. You're more likely to find a man to reach at work 10 o'clock, but try no. Him probably leave work the same time. And him always try to catch up on the work. Because all kind of things that happen while him there work, you know. Women organize themselves as best as them can. And we're not trying to suggest that women don't have problems. I just said they organize themselves as best they can. Because women have resourced their lives. So their mother can take care of X. Them sister can take care of X. Them friend take care of Y. Them brother take care it, and them call that multitasking and management skill. Man get up in the morning with 25 things to do. 5 of those things is from yesterday. 20 of those things is from probably 3 days ago. But today, everything I have to do. And him say, all right, you are going. So I go work, then I go left. I go around, so I have left, I have go tax office, then I have a meeting 10 o'clock. Then I shot come back. But member say, yeah, I have to go pick up the youth and deal with the thing around. So yeah, and then mama asked if I pick up things them now coronation from Miss Phyllis, and then if you left from this, you know, a member say, oh yeah, we're supposed to pick up me youth Judge a Star, but hold on, you know, no. Yeah, you want to see. Yeah, and somewhere in the day done, and then there's ball game, because you know it's a ball game important. A 3 week now, you're not going to play ball, you know. But every day you carry the gears, you know. No, man, you carry it, man, because you know you got 2 there. No, man, you got 2 there. At that, you say 3 weeks now, you got 2 there. And God help you, because you don't know what the best thing. It rain. Chano Star, you know, say, I'm going to go today, you know. But it rain, you know, Star. Good. So now you know about to go. So that's something else to go do. So you know what? You call me and Harville, and where we there? We don't get a whole a drink. All right, brother, I'm forward, you know. And you take a seat, and you drink a little more than you did expect to drink. Because remember, you know, your first 3 drinks are stress. Your next 2 drinks are the problem. The next 2 drinks after that, don't solve it. And the other 2 drinks after that, now go home now. So here is Sandra sit down in a good house and wait for you. And you come in and she say, what go on? I don't know. Yeah, yeah, man. Allow me, you know, that me and tell you, you know. You don't even realize that for the past 3 years, a yes, she reach, you know. A yes, she reach. Not because you're not an honest man, not because you're not a good man, But you've been living a life that if you did meet that person you are, you wouldn't like them none at all. You're not even providing yourself with an individual that you like, but you are trying to feel that somebody else must like this person you are. So I'm going to circle it now, dot it, and done. My advice to you in 2022, where the legislation name now, harassment, this and that in the workplace, that and that. One of the greatest things work do is take up man time. And one of the greatest ways for man to see woman is in a workspace. One of the worst thing a man can do. Let me see the hands of any man in here who eat him lunch on the toilet every day. Oh, none. But yet, we're all right with the philosophy we say, make way where we eat. You know the saying, don't it? You know how much time all the time people tell us loud or something there? Oh, we feel low it. A man with name. A man with name. Says the new girl. Member. All of the top shot of them say, yeah, you know. Cause we have that something with name man. We testosterone, we have it. The ego, we have it. Good. We forget, say, over the years we have a woman where we deal with, bona fide, live with, bona fide, work on the third floor. It just so happens she worked there 17 years, you work there 15. So since at the first floor, you don't know. I know nothing. So now you juggle the system and him. Boy, baby, I drop you home today now. I forgot something. So you tell her, say, you know, meet me. You can imagine how far she have to walk around a premix front to stand up there like a bus she'll take. Just see you play that game. Good. So what happens when you and her in a workout? And she start come to work and show your bad face. The first thing you say to yourself, yo, and you start bad mouth her. But you forget, so she tell our friend who work on the third floor, who is friend with your woman, where you never realize what go on. Mix up start. You are the one who create this problem, you know. Me no need to tell you about the fact that finally when you and her are done, she wake up one day and she decides she'll pass her and say, idiot girl. And she just walk going to HR. She now start the conversation at the party and say, well, you know, say me and him usual. No. I've realized every morning I'm coming to work, Mr. Brown is saying really negative, nasty, vitriolic things, derogatory to my character, and I'm feeling very harassed, very pressured, and I'm thinking of leaving the job. HR saying, call you. Here you like up, you know. But you know, say me and her usual. I'm not telling you, gentlemen, what to do. I'm a man. I'm not telling you what to do. But I'm only saying to you that certain opportunities that present themselves, ask yourself, if you did there at your yard and your woman there work, and me in our ears, if you're good with it, maybe you might want to see the woman them. Go work. Work, brother. Just work. And last but not least, gentlemen, may I try going enough things. Stop trying to pursue women you know you do not want. Every successful man has his head together. Maybe he didn't have it one time, God, but he has his head together. Not one of them can tell you that they've not had a strong woman or a good woman or what. Beside them, behind them, and in front of them. Sometimes we carry we go, walk with we, or show we down the road. The choices you make in the woman you decide to be with, especially when a young boy, when you just a trim up and shave up and style up, yeah. And like and like the older folk them, right? Women are like hot cars. The hottest car you ever see pass you, I kid you not, there's a hotter one coming. But you know one thing me learned having had many cars in my lifetime? The only difference between a 2022 Benz and a 1983 Lada is comfort. All of them have a steering on one side or the other, the four-wheel, engine and thing. And if we say we are going to Mobile, we all reach a Montego Bay. It no matter if you're on a smoker come, it no matter if my one and the AC you can feel it from a mile. In the end, what's the quality of what you selected? Choose wisely. Ask yourself if this person you are trying to do everything for is someone who will do everything for you. You say, she tell you what kind of man she want. You tick all of the box. You are a dunce if you never sit down and ask yourself, but at which box she tick? Because I promise you, she will always in your box, sex. Yeah, man. She want a good listener. She listen to you? No. She want a man to provide. You know every time she go do her ear and nails, a 3-4 years after you there with her, she just carry you go a Totally Mail. Cause what? Cause Totally Mail come our business place and say, Ray. But you take the best care of her. And she still turn around and say what? You're not good enough. Because you met a ladder. When you met her, I saw you stand up and look on her. And you make a plan how you're going to climb the ladder. So you reach for her. But you only go so far, then a way you feel like. You think a step come down at that. Anyway you reach, she'll go up a little further. Why not try to establish yourself first? If a woman don't like the real you, want to put up on your answer when it's good man and honest man. If you're really a good man, if a woman don't accept you as a good man, maybe you need a different one. It's the truth. Or invest your time in being a better man. Because the more you try to be a better man, the bigger chances you get a better woman. And not one of you men in here should ever seek to live life and exit this world without giving service to others. You will become better men. Whatever you want to join, whatever you want to be a part of, give of yourself. It brings freedom, it brings use of mind. A whole heap of people you say at 85 and what have you, 86, some man go along, ask them. They spend their lives now social, involved. And I'm sorry that the president leave because I want the parting words to be this. Stop looking at the men in our country as retirement. We have a way where the greatest men I've ever met in my life who contribute the most to my life, our life, whole heap of life. As soon as they reach a certain age, we put an umbrella of retirement over them head and make it seem like it don't matter what you have left to give, Go on, go enjoy life now. 45 years, them man, they teach, 45 years, them man, they fix this, 45 years, them are out fire. What? And the best you can say is, go on, go do what? Go on, go walk into the wilderness. Because all this time, who him have? And next 10 years you pass and see him by the road and say, what go on, Avil? What is the man? A shadow of himself. Do not focus on trying to get it all done today. Because if you consider yourself tomorrow for going 1 foot in the grave and you think you have achieved nothing, you will die ungrateful. Give thanks for that which you have done. Look forward to things to come. But there's never a day to sit down and say, I've been a man now, me done. Choices, life. To be a man means one must master life. Man must have attitude. Man must know the necessary things in life. See what the talk mean? Man must have tolerance. Man must have ambition. Man must give love to people. And man must seek knowledge. Man talk. Blessed love.
Well, may I tell you? Oh, that was an earful. Earful. Well, I don't even know where to start, and I'm going because we have to move along. But I was looking at the selection of the people in the audience. I'm gonna look at and say, all right, him is a good man. Him is a good man. Who else? Oh, yeah, him is a good man. You know why, right? Because the woman is a good man shot. Brethren, the man hit home. Just reality that, you know. Take care of yourself. And of course, partnerships are important, but it's partner. Yeah. You can't just think about the ship. You have to think about the partner. Because without the partner, you're in the deep ship. Right? You're in the ship. Deep ship. Yeah, ship. Right. And you know, whether you want to call it marriage or spousal relationship, etc., I understand it. A old man said to me, and I'll never forget it. Sometimes, you know, a lot of old people have knowledge. Sometimes a lot of old people are foolish still. As I come to understand, the older I get. The like a man come to me one day and say, you know, some young man, let me tell you something. When you is a married man, are you in a spousal relationship? Your wife or your spouse is a right hand. So, okay, all right. And when you are single, you're right. Let me finish. All right. We're now almost at the end, really. But I think we have some questions and some answers. And I believe that, let me see who's going to facilitate that now. We have Brother O'Shane, right? Him have a mic. And it's a brother. Eh? And I say, no, I say, Brother Carter. No, yeah, Brother O'Shane. Right, so you have the mic, so you're going to carry on the mic, right? So, right, but I figure there'll be some people on social media. Hold on a second. I mean that? I didn't know that I look so good. But no, you looked up at me. You're not at 5%. You not go by yourself. It's all right. Me, Rodney Campbell. Me know why you compliment me, but me look at all. Me all right. All right, Rodney, never mind. Anyways, my friend for a long time. Anyway, so Professor Abel would still be online. I imagine that he might be able to take, well, I don't know if he's going to take any. If he's able, let's try to raise some cane. All right. Is he there? In the meantime, I figured that we may have a question or two. So, Brother O'Shane, yes, you want to take a question? Who protocol is that you put your hand up or something like that, right? Yeah. Or if you have a question online that you're seeing in the chat. All right. Live audience first. That's preference. And Tisha Clark Griffith said, I shouldn't bust out the secret, but I know Tisha from Chicago School. All right? What? You want me to talk? Yeah, man, it's all right, man. No, now we can't go home this evening. Try giggle, watch it. No, man. Left high school, what 5 years ago? I remember very, very well. And it's a little girl made a big man. Yeah, but I'm so happy to see you. Definitely. All right, yes, boss. Identify yourself, please.
Allerington Roberts.
Yes.
Rodney, what's your view on doing a DNA test at birth?
All right, well, I've mixed thoughts about it, but there are some experts who would say, oh, what a wicked act to do that because men go into act violent and carry on and all kind of things. Well, on the basis that a lot of these births happen in short-term relationships, and the fact that the only time a man is going to make a true decision to go long-term down the road or go on, DNA at birth makes sense to me. I honestly believe, well, is mandatory, right? Because the truth is, you deserve to know. The only person who know is the mother. You only hope. No, well, even if she don't know, one thing is for sure, you only hope. You have to take it as you hear it. So this idea that men will behave violently, I truly believe that the man who hears right there at the door makes a decision to say, you know what, me gone. Funny enough, there might be some who decide to stay at the door same way. But the belief has been put by women that men are also volatile and dangerous, that anything that seeks to be negative will get warfare and death from them as a reaction. I don't believe it. I think the longer you perpetrate the fraud, knowing that is what adds to it. But that's just my view.
You didn't ask my opinion, but I'm gonna drop in at 2 cents. What if the person, the suspected father, really doesn't particularly want to know? Would you force him then to do that DNA test? Bear in mind the fact that he's willing to live with that doubt. That's my only concern, right? No, man, monetary means the way you go RGD, they have to swipe you and say, put it on. Right. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Let us say that it might be a requirement for you to get the name on the birth certificate, or a requirement. I don't know. But that's what monetary means. Monetary means the law says you can be charged under the Child Care and Protection Act for neglect or something like that. That's what I mean. But yeah. Me? I suppose. All right. Between Yamido, that's that embassy thing. I think that is a very discriminatory, tell you the truth, that I believe if there's prima facie evidence from a sociological point of view that you are the person you are the father who raised that child, there is no value at all in a DNA test. You understand me? There's no value because you know they're foreigner, you file for you two you raise. You know, the private youth from can't come a foreign and everybody think it's a fraud king.
Yep, but
you understand what I'm saying? So but anyway, that's another story. Take another question. Yeah. All right. Yes. Just a comment. Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to make a comment. While we're at the man's forum,
Yeah.
I want us to understand something though, and it is something that I'm very passionate about. While I will somewhat agree with what you're saying, I do believe that men have the right to know whether or not they are the biological parent. It is very important. We should not try to downplay it or normalize that type of thing. The biological parent is very important. It is something that forms a part of how we function as men. I want to know that this child that I'm bringing forward, this is my biological child, and this is part of my legacy. It's important for us as men.
Yeah.
So I just don't want us to brush the point aside.
No.
And move that. Another point I'd love to make as well is that I totally disagree when we go to family court. I'm not supposed to be arguing for 50-50 custody. We already should be at 50-50 custody. That thing where I'm coming now to try to get 50-50, no, that's nonsense. So these are some of the things that I really would want us to.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Alan.
Mhm.
Sorry. Two things. We're not very different, on the first point. I'm just simply saying that there is value in the test being voluntary, because a man may choose not to want to know, given everything else. He might decide, remember, it's not all of it fecund, Some of it only have blank shots in the gun. And so we might very well know and have a suspicion or something like that. Huh? I also understand, but I've had brethren who have got married to women, knowing fully well that they carry a belly, and put in the picnic name and knowing that it's not for them biological child. So I know about that too. So what would you do? So I'm saying that I accept this idea that a man should know, but I don't want you to be constrained by law that you're going to have to do it. That's my view. The second part of it, I would like for you to have, I don't know if it's this week, gone, or the week before, where I wrote about the family court. Written about it consistently when I call about Sykes, that the family court is totally misconceived of. It is an inferior court, and it should not be an inferior court. It should be at the same level like circuit, because child custody is a bigger issue in terms of keeping the society together than homicide. Follow me? And a wrong decision made, and I put the challenge out there to the Chief Justice, and I'm going to raise it to him, that me get a reduced rate. Help me to carry out a study for you almost at cost, where you do a tracer study on those children who have been placed coming from out of the family court. The problem is that the family court keep those records quietly. The family court doesn't have any kind of precedent like the Supreme Court, where you can look back, to give you a consistent judgment. As a half-educated judge who's scraping way through law school, because usually the best of judges are not placed in the family court. Let's be honest about it. The best of the judges are at the Supreme Court and the Court of Appeal, etc. What kind of stupidness that? Think about it. You want to have, it's the same issue with early childhood education, yeah? How the hell you can have the least qualified people teaching the most vulnerable? You don't have unqualified people or lesser qualified people, doctors, being the primary care doctors as pediatrician. In order to be a pediatrician, you have to do a master's or a PhD or DM. So tell me, so how come you get somebody who have a university education or specialized training in early childhood formation, I expect them to fix the beginning of the stream? At the end, it's a total misconceived of. In the family court, you don't have no body of knowledge. So I can say, let's look back at the 1855 or the 1975 case of A versus B, blah, blah, blah. It's not there. And on top of it, no, a judge can hold it in secrecy. And say, and it's done. It's one of the biggest travesties. And I hope that the Chief Justice, he went to judges, so I hope that he will understand that, yeah? That in his wisdom, and the same justice minister who like to talk about things but him himself ignorant about. Unfortunately, yeah, man, Chuck, bright man, but him don't know nothing about it. And they do not teach social work. And them not teach anthropology and sociology and psychology in a law school, right? But you have lawyers making decisions over things that them don't know. It's a big deal in the family court, seriously. Sorry about that, but that's true. Yeah, man. Question. Online, let's run the online question. Able, are you able? Able gone. Yeah, him say him not able. Yeah, all right. The lady in the polka. What, you can read that? All right.
So afternoon, brothers and sisters are looking for the women as well. So based on societal norms, we would have chosen a pathway where boys must be seen as macho and the girls are usually, you know, the more sophisticated or weaker ones to take on certain roles. So my question is it okay, and men really need to know, is it okay for men to cry? And what are the expectations from you for your spouses or whoever you have when you feel that way, when you get emotional? So one, is it okay for men to cry? And what do you expect from the spouses when you get emotional?
Yeah, Baba Black Sheep, right. um, I don't know that there's a man who would sit in his lifetime and say he's a real man who has not been able to cry. It might not be the easiest thing that just comes naturally. But every man who has ever loved must cry at some point. So the issue is, who is it that has tried to tell us that crying don't work? It might hurt you to hear this. The same people who taught us to be galleys, our mothers. It's not our fathers who teach us to be galleys. Our mothers brag about how much girl call we 25 times a day. Our mothers brag about how much, from a 5-year-old, how much girl at school like we. Our mothers brag about how many older girls love we at 6 years old. Our mothers brag about how much heart we're going to break when we reach 10-year-old. Our mothers are the people who answer the phone or see the 10 different girls who come in a week and come at the house and go back and forth. So in the end, who we are as dysfunctional men, women have given us the template. And by the way, let me just tell you this part that might also hurt your feelings. We do not learn to be gentlemen from our fathers. We learn to be gentlemen by what our mothers accept. So, when your mother walk with you as boy pitney, and she open the door, and you walk through the door, who exactly is supposed to tell you? Your father can always tell you, remember the whole open door. That's not what you see your mother do. When you hear you must treat a man certain way, your father sit down right this on the drinks they behind him and call your mother from out this until there's a pass the drinks so they behind him. That's the understanding you grow with how a man relates to a woman. So for those who believe that it is men who have taught us all these things and hardness, rubbish. Look at the face and the gateway of every prison and jail in this country. Our mothers, aunties, sisters ram the front of it because 3/4 of the fathers in Jamaica don't hide their gunmen sons. Them and them are bitter enemies. Their mothers are the one who say, boy, I don't know why they might try to talk about me son. Good. I'm only saying to you, if women are the ones they say who run the society, what happened why our society seems so absolutely cold? I'm just saying, them are the expert, honor me. Question the person?
We have a comment on this side. You want to take the comment, then the question, or you want to go to the question first?
The question says, do any of the panelists have any sort of statistics on this type of situation, or what percentage of Jamaica roughly do you think have good men? Well, for me not just simply say, what percentage of Jamaica you think have gunmen? Me I know 3%.
Very low percentage.
Me I know 60% of Jamaican man. Me I know, you know.
The JA Kids study, JA Kids study, right, which traced children born almost 2000. I remember, but it's a 11-year study so far, right? And it's a census, meaning them look at 80. It's an 86% sample. That is not a sample. That's a census. Eh? So here's what the findings are. That in the labor ward, 97% of the fathers say it's for them woman. 92% of the women owned up the man. 5 years after, more than 75% of fathers and mothers were in a residential type relationship. And out of those who were not in a residential type relationship, 80% of those maintained a relationship, economic and otherwise, with the child and mother. The overwhelming evidence is that fathers at all stages, because guess what? People only read the front page of our book. That book, My Mother Who Fathered Me, was about the 30% of households in 1957 that did not have a residential father, meaning in 1957, the majority of households were male-headed. Fathers were there. Come down today, the majority of households, right, still fall in that category where men are resident with their children, the large body. What you find, 20% of households are men live by themselves. 9% is women living by themselves. 18% women and children without a residential male. So 18% of the households fit that stereotype, but where you don't adjust the data for women who are in those households who actually have a man who come in and out. It's just that it's non-residential. The overwhelming result evidence is, and follow me here, think about the logic of it, people. If on the one hand you have, supposedly have more women coming out to work, more women at university, more women delaying having their first child, more women having fewer children, you follow me? More women having household ownership, blah, blah, more women stepping up in the labor market on the one hand. Good? Right, so you have that. And at the same time, you have a very high incidence of paternity, mistaken paternity, because Freud implied that the woman deliberately want to do it. She might not. Maybe she really think it's that man, right? So I'm saying, given the fact that in a country where you have a high incidence of men fathering children that are not theirs, you know, so the two things don't make sense. That if you are in a country where a large percentage of the male population is owning a picnic that they are not the father of, it should not follow that the majority of those households, or those families, or blah, 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 are worthless men. There is absolutely no evidence. Let me show you something. I'll give you a test. Let me show you something. Ready? I'll show you a test. I think I did it in another forum to show you how pliable your minds are. And when people give you images of yourself and your minds are weak, especially a colonial mind, you accept the worst kind of images. So we're still in a country where people say black and ugly and all those kind of psychological association. Follow me here. Some of you have children and grandchildren. I have a color test. We'll ask you a simple question. I'll give you a crayon, a set of crayons, and I'm going to ask you, take the set of crayons. The most common fruit that you drink, the juice of them say, right? One of the common fruits. Color it. Can tell you the name of the fruit. It's orange. What color crayon would you give the child? Quickly. What color crayon would you give the child to color the orange? Jamaican orange. Eh? Yeah, this is on nonsense. Seriously. Think about it. You tell me inside this room here, which one of you have ever seen a Jamaican orange that's orange? But you would still allow the oranges to be colored orange and mark the picnic wrong for doing the right thing. And only the same one who color crocodiles green. And I'm saying to you, if you don't eat orange every day and you still color the wrong color, what about things that you don't know? The majority of households in this country, the majority of men in this country are decent, ordinary, good men. The majority of civil servants are decent, good civil servants. The majority of people are good people. But somehow the hog will get licking at the bar in the style and it make the most nice, and everybody think that they pick them nice. You know better. Fix it.
All right, so we have a comment.
Amen. Can I get an amen? All right. All right. All right.
Hi. So earlier you were talking about mothers and mothers training their sons as galleys, so to speak.
It-
But
Foster it in them, in
yes,
them
but
DNA,
I
yeah.
don't think it's just mothers, because fathers like to walk with their sons and say, my son a galleys, you know, that kind of attitude. And
Yeah,
it's not
but
just mothers, it's mothers, fathers, and the society at large, because it is something that is projected on young boys that they're supposed to be this way, or if they're not this way, they're gays.
well, you know what happened? It's not to suggest that fathers do not do it. A lot of fathers, sure. But it's not, that's not the focus fathers have a lot of the times. The focus fathers have is whether the boy can do this, and him can do that. He ride bicycle, him kick football, him play cricket, him pick mango, him this, him that. He's so multi-talented, really, and him love girl. So it's sort of like, because if him love girl, but can't do nothing else. Try knows your father sit down and say, oh, what kind of worthless you with this man? You think so woman can work? You have to go wash your clothes, you have to go wash plate, you have to go this, you have to go that. So the emphasis that fathers tend to have is more character build. It's easier as well for mothers to become friends with their sons and remove the title of being parent early. Right? So anyway, I'm just saying. Yes, Miss Sandra.
I want to ask something controversial. If when men rape, it's criminal, especially, well, rape, whether it's minor or not, it's criminal. Why isn't it criminal to fraudulently give a man 3 children that is not his? You must know if you get to 3. Why isn't it a criminal offense?
Well, I'm not an attorney, even though I'm very close to one. No, because it's just a different level of crime. But it's not it's a civil liability. So in fact, it's just not a criminal offense. You know, the funny thing though, do you know that the laws relating to sexuality and sexual access, that if you get access to somebody by fraud, that is you. So for example, I tell you that I'm a Nigerian. And because I'm Nigerian and you like African people and you have sex with me, and I tell you that my name is Anofeme or Afeyo, and only to realize that I'm lying, and you have sex with me, it actually could be rape because you're having sex with somebody who is not who that person said. So, but the paternity issue is it's a civil liability. It's not a criminal liability. Because the criminal liability is one that happens between you and the state. So them don't see it like that, yeah. No, because man so embarrassed anyway that him don't want to go back and see. Me have a friend who I beat the midnight aisle, you know. 3 times him take the test. Do an extra lesson to take it and fail. 3 times. All him could just walk and leave. Feel bad for him, all know. I haven't talked to him since. So that what? No, because guess what? Yeah. Yes. Hold on.
I'm saying, if we go to court and I have to pay for a child that I haven't taken care of for 7 years, I have to pay 7-year back money. So you give me a child knowing it's not mine, and when we discover, why I can't get back 7-year money? I'm saying to you, most judges run this family court as a matriarchal camp. So you know what them say? They simply say to the men, well, Mr. Brown, hush, it could have worse. And tell you to go on your way and hope wish you all the best.
Why I brought it up is that we're talking about mental health and the trauma that is caused to men when they discover 12 years in, 5 years in, that the child is not theirs. Who takes that into consideration? Because, I mean,
The family court is always going to make a decision that's best in the interest of the child, yeah? Yeah. But that's another kind of discussion, though. And I think there are other people have other questions. Shane, somebody online? Professor Abel has the ability. Yeah, in my race kid.
I'm here.
Yes. Well, anybody has a question for Professor Abel? And by the way, he's one of the good man them took, I ain't shot. All right, yes. Alan. One more question. It look like we're wrapping then. All right, hold on, yes.
All right, thanks a lot.
Yes, Alan.
Professor Abel, I had a question for you. You mentioned in your presentation earlier that you had a higher percentage of females who are coming forward with depression. Is that an indication that the men are less depressed or just not coming forward?
It's both. Since we're women in the audience, and we all need to, depression is more common in women. So 1 in 5 females get depressed. 1 out of every 5 female. And for men, it's 1 in 10. So yes, the depression is more. But even then, by far, so although depression is twice as common in women as it is in men, you would probably say 4 times as many women coming for treatment. So kind of repeating myself, but yes, depression is more common in women, but by far, women outnumber the men who come for treatment. And it's because the men. So one factor is, yes, it's less common in men, but the other factor is that men do not seek health care, whether it's mental health care or care for their physical health. You know, prostate cancer, we have one of the highest incidents of prostate cancer in the world. Men in Jamaica, far too many men wait until things get out of control, and it's because they don't go to doctor on a regular basis to have their regular checks. So it's not only about it's about physical health, but it's also mental health.
I think that
You can sing the song now? Oh.
What?
After that, remember the
yes,
song.
Dr. Abel, I just wanted to ask you this question. As a partner, how do you identify those signs? And in identifying those signs, what do you do? How do you approach the man, given the fact that he's not willing to come to get counseling, etc., and identify those signs as depression? Because a lot of times they suppress those things. So as a partner, how do you approach those men?
Well, I mean, first of all, you have to know the signs, right? And as I said, the common one is the depression, having difficult falling asleep and they're waking up early, not showing interest in the things they used to do. Used to go play football every Sunday morning, them not going. But church, you realize they kind of lose interest, don't have any, usually enjoy sex, and they're not showing any interest. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's because they have a woman outside, right? But when you begin to see, these, yes, they're not eating as usual, difficulty concentrating, easily get frustrated, signs of depression. And if you find that it's difficult getting to talk to them about it, I mean, there's several ways you can raise a topic. You can print out the signs or refer them to a website, to a site online so they can read and that sort of thing. Or you could ask somebody to talk to them who's trusted and close. These are some of the strategies that you may want to use. But what you should not do is that sometimes the partner, out of frustration, becomes irritable themselves and nag the male partner, when in truth and in fact that partner may actually be depressed. The worst thing you can do to somebody who is depressed is just nag them and just going over and over and over, things. Yes, what you should do is sit and say, I recognize something is happening. I want to be supportive and to just be there for you. Let's talk about it, or encourage them to see a professional.
Thank you very much, Wendell. Okay, so I think we're looking down at the program and we are pretty much at the end. Oh, well, not there yet. No, nearly. We have, I think, some presentations. We have Brother Carter, Brother Campbell, and Brother Hutchinson. Well, the two of them, sorry, Brother Hutchinson going to something else. So, Ochi, no, and a lie. Campbell and Carter. All right.
All right.
Right there,
So
put on him jacket.
you want me to give you time to put on your jacket?
No.
No?
You're
You
not put
sure?
it back on.
No
jacket, no.
So if you take off mine, come in and deal with jacket, Maybe I tell you straight, me not deal with jacket. Well,
hold on.
me not lie.
Alan,
It fit good.
Alan, let me explain something to you. You see? There's a reason why it's called a jacket. Because more time a man doesn't understand that in order to wear it properly, it must be properly lined. If it's properly lined, it's a jacket.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it won't not trouble because it was just a blazer.
I don't want to skip me. I want to skip me. It's a good thing me want to wear blazer and jacket. 1 hour. 1 hour, then we put it down and I'm gone.
All right.
Listen, in terms of the presentation, I would just like to use this opportunity to thank. I'm going to do a virtual presentation to Professor Abel. I hope that he is still online. We just want to thank him for actually coming to our activity virtually this afternoon and spending the time that he did in terms of explaining men's mental health and some of the challenges that we face as men. Is he online? He's not? Brother Nikhil, focus here. Now let me find out the brother thing is online. All right, we'll get back to him. We're over to you now, sir. All right, so on behalf of the Jamaica Civil Service Association and also the Men's Coalition Committee, Brother Campbell, I think I can call you Brother Campbell, don't it? Indeed. We would like to thank you very much for taking your time out this afternoon to come to talk to the man them, both online and in the audience, and our ladies as well, and educate them as it relates to not engaging in certain activities at the workplace. Am I say it right? Right. And so I would like to present you with this healthy basket, and I do hope that you will make good use of it.
I have found over time that baskets of this magnitude are usually full of vim, vigor, and vitality. And I will look forward to using all the contents and go home and look in the crib very soon.
Indeed, and see the result, eh? All right, your time.
Greetings, everyone. All right. The service still on. Yeah, tell me one. Huh? Yeah. You can't live it. I feel good enough. I'm a show shade a while ago about jacket. Yeah, so him can't live it. All right. Yeah, so I must show shade about jacket a while ago. I know I must say can't lift up and me can proudly say we have strength. All right, so yeah, it is with great honor that I present to you this token. Well, it can't really, it can't really, this can't thank you enough. This can't.
You say me give me Anna.
Eh?
Which are Elisa.
All right. That's all he give.
No, it's Anna, make me a look.
Yeah, man. So I tell you,
All right.
we really appreciate the knowledge that you share with us today. It means a lot, especially
It's
to a young man
homecoming,
like me.
brethren.
Yeah?
It's a homecoming.
Yes, homecoming, because this is not the last. You're going to be here with us.
Hey, I have a civil service pension supposed to collect, you know.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, me do 18 years service. Okay. That count for something. Don't.
Yes.
Okay. So me a veteran.
All right.
All right.
So,
Bless you.
yes, so I have a mentor now. Another one to the roster.
Hold on. Mentor, yeah? Mentor. Mentor.
Respect.
Mentor.
Mentor. Respect.
All right.
Again, I have to exit, but I'd really like to say, I don't need to say on behalf of my esteemed colleagues, but I will. Big up to Civil Service Association, and remember now, any salary scale that exists, I can fit in somewhere in there. So feel free, I will work in the civil service. I'm qualified to do something. I don't know as well, but and like how I see the negotiation are going on, maybe now is the right time. I don't know, I just say. So feel free to call me, and But I also want to say thanks to my esteemed brethren, Abel Taylor, and of course to the man who is able them say, Wendell Able, as two great academics who, and to Sandra Samuels as well, as my fellow presenters today. And gentlemen, don't wait for somebody to carry you going to totally meal. Nothing wrong if you feel good as man. Walk in and just tell her, any one of the ladies you see, just say, but they have to feel good, and just work with it, because it's not a woman thing. It's not. And the woman them really needs some form of smoothness somewhere for rub down. Me just accept, brother. In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name.
All right. Anyway, I was thinking, since you talk about new set scale, I see the upper level of the scale. I know how much money I make as a university lecturer. I see certain name being called with no experience in the civil service. All right. Where's it? Make it the cabinet secretary right now. I'm qualified. Well, I don't know. Right? What? I don't know. I think that I'm qualified. All right. I don't know. Whatever else. I know. All right. I promise you I was not going to be well behaved. All right. We have some prizes to give out right here. Boss. So hold on now. So ask the questions. Or did them already answered already? Someone ask a question, the total email questions. All right. So the questions are, ready? And they're here. How many years has total, hold on. Ask him. This for people who are here. No, people are here. Hold on. My 5 questions. Yes, hold on. I have 3 for the people. There is the 3 for the who are here now, and the ones at the back, online. Okay, and the online one, them look at them when already. Okay, all right. So, all right, so the first question is, and I figure by now that you would have worked it out like Jeopardy. You don't answer this one like a question though. How many years has Totally Male been in operation? Quickly. Hold on, him answer first. Eh? Never say. You tell me you're the moderator. You will say better than me. I don't know. Him answer first. Anyway, the big man who used to take up my lunch money. Him. All right. Him say, all right, good. Take his name for me. All right. Write it down on a piece of parchment paper. All right. Come, okay. Yeah, come get it right now. Okay. I wonder what the gift is. Eh? But you know, him now look all rough and thing like, eh? You want some 240 sandpaper for rub all him down, eh? Eh? Because all him tough like mats. Eh? Even them have on a pink shirt, but I believe, you know. Yeah. She said that she gonna make you look so good that your wife will recognize you. All right. Okay. We've got another question. And I'm going to do it now, like, photo up. All right. You think we're going to be here all night, right? All right. All right. Okay. Smile. You know, I wouldn't say cheese, you know. You ever pass this cheese factory? Eh? Because when I smell cheese being made, and I smell like something else. No, I'm serious, yeah. Okay, question number 2. Yeah, remind me of the cheese. Where is Totally Male located? Hold on, no, that's for here. Here. Somebody in the room here, under the, here. Who? Da da na 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 na. How much? All right. Come on, come for your thing. Come now. I look at him suit. All right. Huh? You know you like it? Yeah, man, the suit bad, man. Yeah, man, watch it, man. Yeah. All right. Yes. Yeah, go and smile again. Yes. I don't want to be in the picture. All right. Is that a bad suit still? No, like, it's a pity I have to give back your brother a little more. Now we have a third question. The name of the chief executive officer. It's executive, right? So how you say, no, hello, you think me, no, the big man, put every man before you. Look on the size of the man on. If him girl me and box me one time, no me a pino wale. Hello, come here, boss, and you get the prize. Eh? Huh? Me know man, no, you see, me say you get all the answer right before you even answer. All right. All right. Give him a round of applause. All right. Okay. All right, and that's the photo up. Give him take the picture. Yeah, you need to wide angle lens for him now. Eh? You get a good angle? You ever get a good blade too? All right. Hello. All right. Okay. We good? All right. All right. So we now have some questions for the online people. All right. God have mercy now. What are the names of the co-chairmen of the Men's Coalition Committee? What are the names of the co-chairmen of the Men's Coalition Committee? All right. Who is monitoring it? You see answer yet? Actually, I prefer Jeopardy as opposed to, where the other one named Family Feud with Steve Harvey. No, that one is too much of a guessing. I like to show that test when, yeah, if you actually have real knowledge. And I can't take the other one. We have a guess. Yeah. I like Jeopardy. I've been watching Jeopardy for many, many years. All right. Do we now, let me repeat the question. What are the names? All right. Do we have a correct answer? Huh? Carter Jr. Yeah? Car, you can't answer. Car, for a park. Car, you're not getting no mileage. All right. Try again. What are the names of the co-chairmen of the Men's Coalition Committee? The names are, you heard it? All right. Me not know, I don't know men's nothing. All right. All right. Somebody got it? ND? ND got it. So ND got the answer, and the answer is, ready? Hold on, man. But hold on a second, man. Hello. Hold on. Make your mind up. It is a man's forum or a father's show. Papi. What are that? You don't take me for fool now. You had the right answer but the wrong person. First of all, you had the right person, but the wrong answer. No, the right answer but the wrong person. But now you have the right person but the wrong answer. All right. So Andy get the right answer this time? All right. She can't, Hello. No, sir. Hold on. But you can barely spell your name right because when them go RGD, that's how your name spell wrong, you know. I don't say it for name. You never did for name, sir. One. Wait up, of course. I know when somebody you're born. Long time I had about. I used to carry Adam and Eve to school. Okay, let's move on. Next question. So we got that, right? So the answer, we can, Alan. So we got the answer. You're not serious. Hold on, make your mind up. Hold on. No, hold on. You got it right, then get it wrong. You get it right, they get it wrong. Hold on a second. You're a civil servant or a politician. The amount of flip-flop, it reminds me of a former. Anyway, let me not call out any names because it's all right. I'm not a civil servant anymore. I'm not a breach, no staff order. In my time, it would be staff order section 1. You know, the all-time staff order, yeah? All right. All right, the question is too hard. Must be. Okay? All right, we're going to come back to that question. I'm going to give another question in the interest of Skellion because we're going past time. All right. Name the last 3 past. Hold on. Give me the names of the last 3 past presidents of the JCSA, and we're not including, of course, the current. Da-da. And me know this. Because I can tell you, me and at least 2 of them March. Yes. And them time they know only 2 shoes me having. Say no, man, I have 3 jackets them times in those days, yeah. No, man, I used to wear suit. You know, when I go to Geneva conference, man, them ILO things in those days. All right, so we got that answer? Of course, okay, so we have that online answer for that one. We got it. So the last 3 presidents, ready? Ready? I can announce the names, right? Mr. Carter. Can I go? All right, so Wayne Jones, Eddie Bailey, Winston Clark. Okay, long time them presidents, yeah. Okay, so we yeah? Danny Leslie, yes. Danny Leslie, okay. Okay, good. We're moving back to that question, that one, the other one, or we're calling it quits? All right. Give us the name of the monitoring officer of the committee. The camera is still on. The name of the monitoring officer of the committee. Monitoring of the monitoring and monitoring of the manning committee. Are the men? Oh, man come before men. Well, I suppose. Yeah. We got it? 1, 2, 3. Yannick Cummings. It no matter. So what? It doesn't matter. Listen, hello, you think I am paying you the whole day? Huh? Next thing I can't go to my yard. Eh? And then you're going to tell me I forgot to sleep with the dog? I'm going to have the dog? All right. We've been here a while, you know. All right. So I think that we have given out all of the prizes and stuff. I'm done with that.
All right. Just to
We now have, yes.
just to indicate that the persons online that who won a while ago, they will be getting certificates from the JCSA, namely our mini mart that is right across there, and also our gym. So those persons, we will identify you, will be in the chat collecting your MDA, and members of the men's committee will be coming to your MDA to make the presentation. So we thank you for being so patient with us online at this hour. You know, we really appreciate it. Over to you, Mr. MC.
All right. So I think that we are just I'm looking at I see something about an online survey, but we already did that, right? Or are we going to go back to that? We're still having that item, that online survey, Alan? No, that's good. We're gone. All right, fine. So therefore means that I move to the penultimate or maybe the ultimate. And that is Brother Clarence Frater. He is going to do the vote of thanks, closing remarks, the goodbyes, and everything. Stand up, man. Oh, you stand up. Oh, sorry. All right, so any other mic you want? Don't blow in it. Oh, yeah, blow mic.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. All right.
Thank you so much, Mr. Moderator. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, we can all say we had a great afternoon this evening. And we say that you all enjoyed yourself. You all learned something new. Okay, so it is my pleasure to say a big thank you to all the persons who made this day possible. I want to say thank you on behalf of the JCSA to our flamboyant moderator, Dr. Orville Taylor, who moderated this program so efficiently and effectively. Give Dr. Taylor a round of applause. I want to say a big thank you to President Grant in his absence for the warm welcome that he brought. I want to say a big thank you to Professor Wendell Abel, our mental health expert who provided valuable insight this afternoon. I want to say a big thank you to Brother Rodney Campbell, our relationship specialist. I want to say a big thank you to Sister Sandra Samuels and her team from Totally Male, who has graced us with her presence this afternoon. I want to say a big thank you to the committee co-chairs, Brother Alan Carter and Brother Nikhil Campbell. Also to the other committee members, Brother Oisin McKay, Dennis O'Reilly, Arlington Roberts, Richard Hutchinson. We also want to say a big thank you to Brother Glendon Watson and his team for the decor, and must give a great applause to him. We want to say a big thank you to the JCSA Secretariat staff led by our General Secretary, Sister Tiffany Powell Williams. We want to say a big thank you to all our brothers and sisters, both physically present and those who are online. Want to say a big thank you to the officers, to the secretariat staff, and to everybody, all those persons who prepare refreshment, and to all of us who were here this afternoon and participated so well. This afternoon was extremely special to us, and as you were aware that mental health is serious business, and we were properly schooled this afternoon. So again, I want to say a big thank you to you all, and I hope that you will all travel safely to your humble abode when you leave this place. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks much.
It's all done. Have a good evening, everyone. Enough blessings. It was my pleasure being here. Bye-bye.
All right, gentlemen, remember the bar is open. So don't leave without seeing the bar, taking a tour of the location if you haven't been here for the first time.
Justice Sarah J. Park. Right driver one. Right no miss it. It a spark. Man talk, man talk, man talk. Which party kaki? Sarah J. Park. Rock and come in. Right driver walk. Hear this. Anything me say you fi say come a man talk. Anything me say you fi say come a man talk. Anything me say you fi say come a man talk. Just come a man talk. Wifey I give you trouble. You feel like life is a struggle. You need help on the double. Yeah man, brother, come a man talk. Pick me I give you stress. All of your feet them a text. Till you feel like lick them for 6. No man, just come a man talk. Manager I give you help. Want to bound and compel. I ring out your name like bell. Need a break, brother. Just come a man talk. Man talk. Man talk, man talk, man talk. Which party to keep Justice Sarah J. Park? Rock and come in, right drive or walk. Yeah man. Jamaica Civil Service Association, Men's Coalition Committee, Man Talk 101 Health Series, Men's Mental Health and Relationships. Today, September 28, 2022, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Justice Sarah Park, 31 Malines Road, Kingston. Man like Professor Wendell Abel. Man like Dr. Arville Taylor. Man like Rodney Campbell. Man like Andre McLeod Agadede, live in living color. You don't want to miss it. Dress code, wear something blue. Can't reach a J Park, no watch nothing. Live stream available on Facebook, Zoom, and YouTube. Must be registered in order to be a part of the live Zoom audience. Prizes and surprises. Make sure you tune in. And you don't know, man talk a real talk. Yeah. And if your pocket ever broke, brother, you feel like you're stuck. Somehow you can't keep no work. No man, brother, you need to come a man talk. Come in, you feel rock and come in. Come in, you feel rock and come in, man. Come in, you feel rock and come in. You know see a man talk time.
What you say?
Come a man talk. Man talk, man talk, man talk, man talk. Which party to keep Justice Sarah J. Park? Rock and come in, right drive or walk. Try no miss it, it a lick, it a spark. Man talk, man talk, man talk. Which party to keep Justice Sarah J. Park? Rock and come in, right drive or walk. Hear this. Anything me say you fi say come a man talk. Anything me say you fi say come a man talk. Anything me say you fi say come a man talk. Just come a man talk. Wifey I give you trouble. You feel like life is a struggle. You need help on the double. Yeah man, brother, come a man talk. Pick me I give you stress. All of your feet them a text. Till you feel like lick them for 6. No man, just come a man talk. Manager I give you help. Want to bound and compel. I ring out your name like bell. Need a break, brother. Just come a man talk. Man talk. Man talk, man talk, man talk. Which party to keep Justice Sarah J. Park? Come in, right drive or walk. Yeah man. Jamaica Civil Service. Man talk, man talk, man talk, man talk. Which part it a keep Justice Sarah J. Park? Rock and come in, ride, drive or walk. Try no miss it a lick, it a spark. Man talk, man talk, man talk. Which part it a keep Justice Sarah J. Park? Rock and come in, ride, drive or walk. Hear this. Anything me say you fi say come a man talk. Anything me say you fi say come a man talk. Anything me say you fi say come a man talk. Just come a man talk. Wifey I give you trouble. You feel like life is a struggle. You need help on the trouble. Yeah man, brother, come a man talk. Pick me I give you stress. All of your faith them a text. Till you feel like lick them for 6. No man, just come a man talk. Manager I give you help. Want fi bound and compel. I ring out your name like bell. Need a break, brother. Just come a man talk. Man talk. Man talk, man talk, man talk. Which party to keep Justice Sarah J. Park? Rock and come in, ride, drive or walk. Yeah man. Jamaica Civil Service Association, Men's Coalition Committee, Man Talk 101 Health Series, Men's Mental Health and Relationships. Today, September 28, 2022. 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Justice Sarah Park, 31 Malines Road, Kingston. Man like Professor Wendell Abel. Man like Dr. Arville Taylor. Man like Rodney Campbell. Man like Andre McLeod Agadede, live in living color. You don't want to miss it. Dress code, wear something blue. Can't reach at J Park, no watch nothing. Live stream available on Facebook, Zoom, and YouTube. Must be registered in order to be a part of the live Zoom audience. Prizes and surprises. Make sure you tune in, because you don't know. Man talk a real talk. Yeah. And if your pocket ever broke, brother, you feel like you're stuck. Somehow you can't keep no work. No man, brother, you need to come a man talk. Come in, you for rock and come in. Come in, you for rock and come in. Come in, you for rock and come in. You know see a man talk time.
What you say? Come a man talk. Brother, come a man talk. Come a man talk. Brother, what you say? Come a man talk.
Wise and don't bring disgrace. So me take up the broom and start sweep the place. Cause all these ways they got to get erased. I love to me people that me embrace. The truth are the truth and that can't erase. So hell to all of those who want hate. Just send me to finish this race. So we ain't giving up now. We put up a fight. We got to be ready. Cause time's getting traded. Just said, don't you worry, I'll be in a hurry, Lord, we got to be ready, cause time's getting ready. So we pray, we pray, we pray, we pray, we pray, we pray. Let's not be flow when the prayer burn up. Not a evil can harm us. Them think we don't know we just a warm up. Yeah, nothing on my us. So me tell the youth hold on, tell mama be strong. Jackie, have faith in God. Me no know about man. Long time them a try bring me down. I know just know from a very young. Chat me every day with them funny tongue. Them a watch me on the telly now. Can't give it up now. We put up a fight. We got to be ready. Cause time's getting tricky. Just said don't you worry. I'm being a hurry. No, we got to be ready.
Story of my life, ordinary person just like you. If you take a look inside, see the great things that people do. Changing lives day and night, but nothing I do ever makes the news. Still I have to do what's right to the King of all kings, all praises due. Yesterday I was on a train, a little boy asked me my name. He said, sir, I've seen you before, tell me who are you? DJ Roger. Said I am a legend that you never heard of before. I said I am a lion, but you never heard me roar. I am a hero that nobody celebrates. But if one person remembers my name, that means I made a change. I'm the man who cooks the food and feed the street people in the afternoon. I'm the lady with the broom, sweeping the halls of your son's preschool. I'm the soldier who's up all night, making sure everything's alright. And if you ask me, I'm quite fine, being an ordinary person doing what's right. Yesterday at the football game, a little girl asked me my name. She said, sir, I've seen you before, tell me who are you? I said I am a legend that you never heard of before. Said I am a lion, but you never heard me roar. I am a hero that nobody celebrates. But if one person remembers my name, that means on the ocean of fame, I'm an unknown sailor. I'm the percussionist playing with the wave. As the one with the shaker, the mover and shaker. My name wasn't on the front of the paper, but me not cater. Much more than the worker is greater. Creation glorifies creator. So all deeds done are in the name of my maker. I am a legend that you probably never hear about. Never heard from the lion's mouth. I am a hero that nobody celebrates. But if one person remembers my name, give praise, that means I made a change.
I want to know, I'm on the sun. Oh, we're winning right now, you winning. Say we're winning right now, then forget that show it to what we living right now. Cause I'm winning right now, yeah. DJ Roger. And I'm chilling right now, oh, we're winning right now. On Thanksgiving right now, cause we're winning right now, yeah. I'm winning. I'm winning. I want to know, I'm winning. I want to know, cause I'm a walking W. Learn from the L's. Put them in a medal in a trophy and bells. Every day you see we with them on the next level. Break records like we cracking their shells. And every single ounce of effort we expel. It's all about progress, cause we have to excel. I watch them looking like success, we dress well. Another knockout for the ring, the next bell. I'm about to send my haters a card to get well, cause I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of it, but that's the whole gist of it. I hate it on the beauty when we didn't have it, cause I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. Oh, we're winning right now, you winning. Say we're winning right now, then forget that show it to what we living right now, cause I'm winning right now, yeah. And I'm chilling right now, oh, we're winning right now. On Thanksgiving right now, yeah. I say we winning right now. So every day you see me, we are the reigning champion of the cloud with the silver line we reigning from. Cause if you see some of the places where we hailing from, it's just the type of place we should be failing from. But now we're winning. Yes, every quarter every inning. Multiple tracks and then a fancy for seminar. You know that there's no giving in no matter the circumstances we living in. You hear me? I'm winning. I'm winning.